Today we are going to discuss about hierarchical inheritance in object programming. Okay, object-oriented programming. So when it comes to hierarchical inheritance, multiple child classes inherit from a single parent class. Okay, so the idea is that parent class defines the common properties and methods that are shared across its child classes. These child classes then its can then extend or modify the inherited functionality just by adding their own unique methods. So this structure promotes code reuse and reduces the redundancy in your program. So then we will look into an example. So here this code demonstrates a hierarchical inheritance where multiple child classes inherit from single parent class. Okay, so let's break down this code. Okay, so here Python class, here class vehicle is there where we are defining init, where you do have a arguments here, that is brand, model and year. Okay, so here the class vehicle, this defines a parent class named vehicle, and it contains the attributes and methods that are common to all vehicles such as brand, model, year. Okay, so then we do have a def init. Okay, so def init, this is a constructor method for the vehicle class. It is called when a new object of the vehicle class is created. So the constructor takes three parameters, that is brand, model and year, and also initializes them as object attributes. Okay, so then you do have a self.brand equals brand, self.model equals mod, self.year equals year. So these lines assigns the value of brand, model and year to the object attributes of the same name. So this way each vehicle object will store these details. So that is about the parent class vehicle. So then after that we have used the def start self print format self.brand self.model is starting. So here def start self, this method prints a message indicating that the vehicle is starting. It uses the brand and model attributes to create a personalized message here. Okay, so then we have used def stop self. This is similar to start method itself. So this method prints a message indicating that vehicle is stopping, again using the brand and model here. So then we do have a car class inheriting from the vehicle. Okay, so this is a car class where it is inheriting from the vehicle. So this car class vehicle, the car class inherits from the vehicle class. This means the car will inherit all the attributes and methods defined in that vehicle class, such as brand, model, year. These all things were inherited from vehicle itself. So then we do have a one more line, that is def drive self. So this method is unique to the car class. It prints a message indicating that the car is driving. The car object can call the start and stop methods from the vehicle class because the car inherits from the vehicle itself. So here I do have a one more class, that is bike class. So this is car class, whereas this one is a bike class. So car, bike, vehicle. Okay, that means here bike is also inheriting the properties of vehicle, that is parent class. So here the bike class also inherits from vehicle. So it get access to all the methods and attributes of the vehicle class just like a car class. So here we do have a function for that bike class, that is ride. Okay, this method is a specific to the bike class. So it prints a message indicating that the bike is riding. Again, the bike object can use the inherited start and stop methods from the vehicle. So then we do have a one more vehicle, that is truck. So here the truck class also inherits from vehicle itself, gaining access to all the methods and attributes from the vehicle. So here load, okay, so def load self is there. This method is a specific to the truck class. It prints a message indicating that the truck is loading cargo. Okay. As with the car and bike, the truck object can also use the inherited start and stop methods from vehicle. So once you're done with this, we need to call the objects. So we need to assign a value for objects, that is by printing okay car equals, so car equals inheriting the properties of car. For example, the car brand is Toyota and its model is Corolla. Then it is from 2020 model year. Okay, so then if I want to inherit the properties of vehicle, means for that I need to give car start. So then you need to give a command that is called car drive. So this is also defined in car. So car start is inherited from the vehicle, whereas car.drive is defined in the car. I'll run the query. So here you can see this. Toyota Corolla is starting, car is driving. So these are the start and stop print values, right? So that is what it is printed in the output. You can try it for bike as well as for truck. So it will do the same thing. Okay. So this is about the code, that is hierarchical inheritance. So then we do have a benefits for hierarchical inheritance. So let's see the benefits of hierarchical inheritance. So the first benefit is code reusability. So when it comes to code reusability, so here by inheriting from a common parent class, child class can reuse the code already written in the parent class. So this prevents code duplication and promotes the principle of don't repeat yourself. Okay, that is we call it as a drive. So then you do have a organized structure when it comes to hierarchical inheritance. Okay, that hierarchical inheritance creates a cleaner and more organized structure. It's easy to see the relationship between parent and child class, and the shared functionality is centralized in one place. So next benefit is scalability. It's easy to scale the system if we need to add more vehicle types in the future. Like bus or scooter, we can create a new class that inherits from the vehicle class without having the modify existing code. Then the fourth benefit is reduced redundancy. Common functionality is defined only once in the parent class, reducing redundancy. If you were to define start and stop methods separately in each of the child classes, the code would be redundant and harder to maintain. So that is what reduced redundancy. So this will be the end of topic, that is hierarchical inheritance.